This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Trade.
Here we go, the Cairns Taipans are off to Illawarra, which used to be a pretty tough road trip. But the Hawks, well, they've got a losing record at home this year, which is worrying if you want to be a contender late in the season. So surprisingly, I'm going to take the Cairns Taipans as underdogs here. I think the Illawarra Hawks have got a lot of stuff they've got to work out, and they're not going to be able to get it done with a couple of big ins. Scotty Machado, Mirko Jeric coming back into this Cairns Taipans lineup. And Adam Ford, well, he's got them. He gave them a rev up at practice, and he's finally got this team playing hard. But for a bit of a buffer, then make sure you take the handicap here, because it may not be a blowout, but I still think the Taipans win it. And of course, my favourite bet in the NBL, the total points under. I think this one hits by a long way. Enjoy the game, and most importantly, gamble responsibly.
Thank you, Felix. As he said, troubling times in the gong for sure. Tyler Harvey and the Hawks, they've lost their last two. In fact, they've dropped 5 of their last 7, making that man very concerned. Tonight, they host the Cairns Taipans, who are off their best result of the season, putting 102 points on Brisbane with a 7-man rotation, thank you very much, and making life even better for the Taipans. They get back point guard Scotty Machado. Hello everybody, I'm Matt Russell as we launch into a Saturday doubleheader. Round 11 of the Hungry Jacks NBL continues, yet Machado back for the first time since December 11. Now he's over that heel injury. So it's Machado against Tyler Harvey at the point. Just one reason we're looking forward to this regional ruckus. We say hello to the rest of the commentary team. Dwayne Russell, Corey Williams, Liam Santamaria. One thing that is always certain here at the Sandpit, there will be no love lost between these two.
Looking forward to it, Matty. Thanks. Looking forward to coming down to you during the course of the evening. Great to be alongside Liam Santamaria and the MVP, Corey Homicide Williams. And as we go straight to the DoorDash starting 5 for Illawarra, Liam, get 25% off your next 4 orders. One big change to the starting 5 for the Hawks.
Yeah, that man, Sam Froling, back into the starting lineup. Tim Conrad, the veteran, he'll come off the bench. Froling was good last week off the bench, and his matchup with Majuk Deng at power forward will be big in this one. The Hawks, big game for them. They've won 14 of their last 16 matchups with the Taipans, and this guy right here is a big reason why. Tyler Harvey averaging 25 a game against the Snakes since he came into the NBL. Has not scored less than 21 against this club, and the Hawks are going to need him to be big again today.
I can tell you this, he's going to have a big one, because that matchup between he and Tahir McCall is going to be huge. It's going to determine the game.
What also might determine the game is how many minutes Scott Machado might play for Cairns. Matty Russell, have you been given an inkling as to how many minutes we might get as we look at the starting 5?
I have been, Dwayne, Scotty Machado and Mirko Jeric to come off the bench tonight, and both of them will be kept to about 8 or 9 minutes. Coach Ford was very revealing with his plans to me during the shoot-around. While they're back and in the team, they're not fully back to game conditions, so it's 8 or 9 minutes for each of them, which begs the question, if you are back, why do you have to be limited to those sort of minutes? And I'll go to Corey and Liam with this one. If it's 75 all, that man's playing well. Do you stick with the limitations, or do you throw him back out there?
I reckon he'll come back into the game just quietly. The Taipans have really missed him, leading the league in turnovers, and his steadying influence will be important for him today.
If you're on minutes restrictions and limited to 9 minutes, whether that game is close or not, you need to sit down. Clearly, you're not ready to play.
Ooh, wow. Okay. It's interesting. Adam Ford in Sydney, when he was coaching the Kings in Cairns the start of last season, was frustrated that he couldn't get Jarrell Martin back out there in a big moment. So it'll be fascinating if he's faced with that same situation today.
Sneak an extra minute in, surely late. They need the win. Both these teams need to win. We've talked a lot about the hole that the Illawarra Hawks have been in. They've lost 5 of their last 7 games, including their past 2. They were the highest scoring team in the competition a few weeks ago.
They've dried up for sure, but also at the defensive end. They just haven't had been on point at that end of the floor. And that man, Brian Gorgian, after their 1-point loss to South East Melbourne last week, said they need to start getting a little nasty. So expect a response from his guys today.
And Cairns Taipans coming off their best win of the season, 102-94 over the Bullets, who franked that form by beating Adelaide last night. And they had that massive win without Scott Machado, so they've got their gun back. And there is Adam Ford, looking $1 million.
They had it without Machado, Jarrett, Kenny, Quatnoy, Nate Jawai. Half that roster was gone and they got it done. Very impressive win on the road against Brisbane last week.
There is Scott Machado, NBA star for Houston, Golden State, LA Lakers, and he's been nothing but a star since coming to Australia. He's been Mr. Assists. He can do it all. So we'll find out what kind of minutes he might get in the opening quarter coming off the bench.
That man right there, Bull Quall, coming off a career-best performance, 26 points. Last game, 8 of 10 from 3. Keeping his spot in the starting lineup.
Okay, let it get up.
Wynn Entertainment Centre in Illawarra. Great to have your company wherever you're watching. And from the tip, it'll be Tyler Harvey and the Hawks to have first use of it. Sam Froling, as you saw, back into the starting 5. Harvey, see if they can get hot early. Gave it some thought from way outside. Hands it over. And there's Big Zim trying to get in the way, but it doesn't quite work. And that's the start Jawop Reef was after.
Good offensive set. Glad Reef didn't rely and settle for that jump shot. Get something to the basket, being aggressive easy and early.
Here's Tajir McCall. Back out. Nartai weaved his way past a couple and dropped 2 on them.
Nice take from Nartai. Played 33 really solid minutes last week. Didn't score a lot, but got a job done and gets on the board early in this one.
Reef hands it to Cleveland and gives it to Jessup. And he parted the seas, went between them, put 2 on him, and we'll go to the line.
It's a beautiful take by Jessup. Will Kowal up and in him. Get him in a half court. Takes the pressure. Puts the ball on the deck and finishes. He's finishing traffic. He goes to the line for 3 the hard way.
He was quiet last week.
Very quiet.
Nice to see the Hawks, as you say, Corey, off that opening play. Dewalt, Reef, Jessup, both attacking the rim.
Illawarra Hawks have been in the top 4 most of the season. They've dropped out in the last week, but they'll be back in the top 4 if they can get the job done here. Cole. Short, way short. Reef. Cleveland. He's got one of the best highlight reels in the NBL. Tried to add to it there, but we'll go to the line.
See, they're coming out aggressive, attacking, getting in the paint. And that's something that they lack. This is a jump shooting team. So you know when you're losing, the way you're losing games, that has to be a topic of conversation. Getting points in the paint and also getting to the free throw line. Very rare you're going to get that if you're just shooting jump shots. Everybody just shooting jump shots.
Yeah, last in the league in free throw attempts, the Hawks, and Gorge has been scratching his head about it. This man's a real key in that regard for me. I mean, he should be averaging 6-7 free throw attempts per game with his ability to slash towards the bucket.
He's doing a bit of that this season as well, getting just a 1 of 2. Zimmerman, Nartai to the corner, and Bull Quall fills it up.
You better find that man. 8 of 10 from the 3 last week. He's feeling it and in great form.
Jessup lost it, turns it over McCall. He might give us something for the highlight reel. Little reverse off the glass.
Nicely done. Good finish from McCall. And the pressure that the Taipans just pushing up the floor a little bit, up in the passing lanes, creating offense from their D.
Harvey, 50th NBL game for Tyler Harvey. Jawop Reef from long range. Finds his range again.
And that's the shot. I like that shot because it's late in the shot clock. Nothing's really happening on offense. Cleveland attempts to make something happen. He gets a kick out. Nice shot.
McCall caught it, shot it before he even landed.
He's doing some work down low to Jim McCall, taking the smaller defenders into the block. Made something out of nothing right there.
Reef tries to go straight back at him. Deng with the rebound. McCall. Hands it up, Big Zim, hands it back out, Natai. Yeah, baby, good start to this.
Yeah, great ball movement. Finding an open man, the ball is doing the work, trusting the offense, trusting in each other. Wide open look, bucket.
To the corner, a little up fake. Harvey takes it in with a floater on the run. Got hit to the face, will go to the line for a couple.
It's a great take by Harvey. They have to bite because he's such a great three-point shooter. Nice hesitation. He gets to that floater. Usually good, or if you're going to foul him, he goes to the line for two. They continue to put pressure on the rim, and it's resulted in either baskets or free throws.
As you mentioned in the pregame, Liam likes playing against Cairns.
Yeah, sometimes scorers like Tyler Harvey, they just find an opponent that the schemes, the way they're playing him, it just tends to work. And as I said, has not scored less than 21 against this team. Had his career high 35 at one point against the Taipans. He's got a couple early in this one.
Hot start. Mentioned Cairns Taipans coming off their best win of the season. Put 102 points on the board in that win. And that's the best score of any team this season. So when they get it going, they can get it going big.
That is a crafty move by Majik Dang. Bad foul right there by the big fella, but Big manages to draw contact on that play. He goes to the line for two. Marco Jarrett in the game. He's been out for a few games. Good to see him back. As well as Machado, who will check in at some point during this game.
See if they save his 9 minutes for the second half. Majik Deng, last game against the Hawks. Game to forget. None of 8 from three-point range. Couldn't find it from outside. Let's see what he does in this one. Cairns up early. Jessup. Reith. Harvey. Look to find someone. Not a lot there, so just went alone.
Again, another great offensive set. Getting both feet in the paint. High percentage plays. Nice layup.
Throwing them up early. Sam Froll in the rebound. Back into the starting five, as we mentioned. Harry hasn't been quite as hot as he was a few games ago. Hasn't been getting the game time after he turned it on a few weeks ago. Cleveland. Hesitation. Got the bump. Took the contact. Didn't put him off at all.
That's tough. He's had to improvise there, Antonius Cleveland, but a real concerted effort from the Hawks to get 2 feet in the paint early. 5 of 6 from the field. They've only shot 2 attempts from long range.
McCall takes it inside, takes them all on. 3-on-1, and still good enough.
Grown man business. Way to get to the basket and finish.
It was there for Zimmerman to mop it up, couldn't. Reith. Hawks get another try at it. Jarrett in his grill, all net. A little fade away too.
He slid his feet. Did the best he could possibly do in that mismatch right there, and just shot over him.
Jarrett puts it up, got the foul. Go to the line for 3.
Did not take long. My man entered the game and said, listen, fellas, been out for a while. I need to get one up.
Well, they've called this unsportsmanlike, not unsportsmanlike, offensive foul. Because he does tend to kick out in these situations, Mirko Jarrett. You watch his right foot, kicks it out. Collects Tyler Harvey. Very good call from the official.
Has a smile about it.
Here we go.
Curious to see the officiating's changed a bit since the last time he played. Good contest. Saturday night hoops. Teams keen to put on a show in prime time and travel. Called on Cleveland. Two teams met a couple of weeks ago, round 9. Hawks beat Cairns 94-75 by 19. Beaten Cairns 14 of the last 16 times they've played, so they've had their measure. Zimmerman turned inside, turned outside, drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
I don't mind that for the Taipans from time to time. To roll the ball in the big Zim, in the block. Hasn't had many looks down there over the course of the season. And, you know, it's not pretty. It can get a little clunky, but it's a nice little change-up. Put some pressure on the defense down low, draw some fouls, get to the free throw line, keep the big fella happy.
Exactly, because you need him on the other end to get those rebounds for you. Throw it into the big fella. As you said, Leo, keep that man happy.
Fans screaming for Hungry Jacks, and they get it. Free Hungry Jacks burgers. Use the code CLASH in New South Wales. So an early delivery. Harvey with that floater on the run. It's his trademark style, and don't you love it?
Well, that looks there for Tyler Harvey. Big Zim in the drops coverage there on the pick and roll actions. And Harvey's getting right to his sweet spot.
Zimmerman to Osler. Harry Froling pokes it away. Tajir McCall. Little fake look away, mopped up the mess. Got his own ball back. Some organised chaos.
Loving his activity. It's all over the place. You better find someone that's going to put a body on him. He is active.
Reef. Reef gets it back. Gave it some thought. Cleveland's going to have to put it up. 2 left, shot clock. Hard fadeaway, 2 attempts. Big Harry under the bucket. And he's fouled by Big Zim. Is Big Harry Froling, who a few games ago a career high 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 of 10 from outside the three-point arc against the 36ers.
Well, that was a frustrating end of that possession for Cairns coach Adam Ford. Geez, they defended well. But that man right there, Big Zim, just didn't lay a body on Harry Froling. They defended for 24 full seconds. The Taipans forced a tough, mid-range contested jumper. But you've got to grab that defensive board.
That man, sight for sore eyes for Cairns fans. Good to see Machado back on the court.
Yeah, at his best, his All-NBL first team was a couple of seasons ago. Close to the best player in the comp 2 years ago. Almost won the MVP. That's how good a season he had.
Hell of a season. Went within 1 game of the grand final.
And here he is on cue, Scott Machado. One of the big stars of the competition. Missed a huge chunk this season through injury. And that was a beautiful move by Keanu Pinder.
I love the fact that as soon as he got it, he was assertive and ready to go. Got the and one, looked at Harry Froling and had some words. He's been playing really good basketball off the bench. Quick catch, observe, rip through, absorbs the contact, left hand finish off the glass, and is talking to him nice.
How you seeing it from your angle, Matt Russell?
Great fight for the first quarter lead. Dwayno, 21 each, and Cairns have been good starters. They've led in 6 of their 7 first quarters so far. The only exception against the Hawks 2 weeks ago. Illawarra trying to do it again down the track.
Yeah, nice point. Cleveland from the corner. And Pinder doing it both ends with the rebound. Tajir McCall. Machado. See if he puts one up here. Get a sider. Pinder.
Great back.
Tajir handed it up. He could have gone alone. Gets it back. Gonna have to put it up. They come at him, 3 against him. Pinder crunched. Tajir McCall. Disorganised chaos this time.
Well, it was all happening. I don't know how that pass from Deng found McCall, but he thread the needle. Froling to the rescue. And then it ends up in a Taipan bucket.
Yeah, Hurricane Harry Froling against Cool McCall. Good battle for those with a memory. Cleveland inside, takes it to the paint, takes the contact, hangs in the air for an eternity.
Really enjoying the attack from the Hawks. Antonius Cleveland, time after time, putting it on the floor. Here we get another look at how this all played out. Hands there, Ding grabs it, finds his man. Froling sends it away. Pinder thought, here I am to the rescue. And Tajir McCall cleaned up the mess. But this is what I'm enjoying. And one bucket there from Cleveland. And the Taipans are going to the stripe for their 8th free throw attempt of the quarter. Sorry, the Hawks. The Hawks, sorry. And we mentioned that's been a real cause of frustration for Brian Goorjian, not getting to the stripe, making a concerted effort to attack the rim in this one.
Machado, again, this Matty Russell told us pre-game, we're told he's only going to play 9 minutes in this on minutes restriction. Paul Kroll puts it up way short. Harry Froling gives it to McCall. Oh, cool, McCall got the better of Hurricane Harry that time. Stole it from him, 25-24, and we're still 2 minutes away from quarter time.
McCall cooking early, 12 points in 8 minutes, 6 of 8 from the field.
Jessup, fadeaway 2 attempt. Pinder pulling down some important rebounds. Machado just flicked away by Tim Conrad, still a Cairns Taipans ball.
If you are defending to hit McCall, you better put a body on him because he's just relentless at both ends. You have to match his motor. He's going to eat you alive. 12 points in 8 minutes.
Who can match his motor? Mitch Creek? Maybe?
Mitch Creek.
Bryce Cotton?
Yeah.
Very few.
Machado with the alley-oop for Pinder. Couldn't make it fit. Xavier Atham-Mays.
Oh.
Little crossover and the fake. Did the hard work. Couldn't get the payout. And rejected, but the foul first to Justinian Jessup.
There it is again, on display. Marshall Nelson picks up that one. He's fresh into the game, but look at Jessup. Usually looking to stop, spin, shoot the fadeaway. But the message is clear from Brian Goorjian. Let's put some heat on the rim and get to the stripe.
Matty Russell.
I know the Hawks are at the line, Dwayno, but I like what I see from Cairns. Execution, 1 or 2 out of 10, but application, their intensity, way up 8 or 9 out of 10. They're here to play. And Liam, back to a comment earlier from you. Last weekend, Brian Goorjian, after that loss on Monday night, said, basketball's not fun for us right now, but that's not a bad thing because part of it is getting tough, getting nasty, as you touched on, and playing under pressure, something we didn't have to do last season, but will if we're to meet the expectations this year. So I wonder how that looks for the Hawks during the rest of this game.
Well, they're on track to have to score 100 to win it. Machado puts one up. Welcome back, Scott Machado.
Great to see him out there getting buckets.
Just got it in, and they get it across here. Held up. See that shot clock, game clock differential. Atham-Mays behind the back a couple of times.
Great pressure on ball by Nelson.
Conrad with the big rainbow.
That's what he does. Timmy Conrad been getting it done for a long time. Had the mismatch down low for Sam Froling. But you give Conrad that kind of airtime, he's going to let it fly.
29-28. Have to go to the stats here. Might be the highest scoring first quarter of the NBL season so far. Machado, 2 left to quarter time. Takes it to the hole. Too late. But that was a classic opening quarter between 2 teams desperate to win, to keep in touch with the front runners of the competition. 29-28 quarter time. Saturday Night Hoops. Quarter time, Win Entertainment Centre in Illawarra. 57 points in the opening quarter. Illawarra, the home team, leading 29-28. Great to have your company wherever you might be watching. Primetime NBL doubleheader coming away tonight. Melbourne United and Perth Wildcats, the grand final rematch after this one. But this is evolving as a ripper. Tonight's winner of the $50 Kmart gift card, Nicole Cripps, one of our most cherished photos. Paddy Mills with our 3 children after an Indigenous basketball game at the State Basketball Centre in Melbourne. And what a great initiative from the Hungry Jacks NBL with Indigenous round coming up in a few weeks from now.
It's 2 points short of the highest scoring total quarter of the season, but first game where both teams had 28 in the first quarter, and the Taipans keep the good times rolling.
It's now the highest scoring first quarter and 20 seconds. Harvey.
One thing early Cairns have done extremely well is take care of the ball. They have 1 turnover in the game. We know it. They're one of the worst teams in the league in terms of turning that ball over.
Marshall Nelson worked hard there. Keanu Pinder gets the rebound as a result of his tough work. And that foul called on the floor as Manjuk Deng caught it. Staying out there, Scott Machado.
Good find from Machado there, and that's part of what they've been missing, the ability to reward big guys running that middle cylinder. Machado does that so well, sets up Deng right there. And you're right about Marshall Nelson. It's been a few possessions now. He's been up and into the ball, applying some pressure D and making his presence known.
He wants to put up a shot here. Hands it back out. Deng. Cole. Deng. Couldn't find the handle for a second. Back to Cole. Tough. And impossible in the end. They get the stop. Conrad up fake. Trouble.
Oh my. He had him too. He had Pinder off the floor.
Matty Russell.
Quarter time, Brian Goorjian started to his team by saying too many points in reference to the 28 they gave up. He didn't like the fact that his team was being out-rebounded again, a common problem for the Hawks this season. And he didn't like the fact that he thought his team was being out-hustled by Cairns. Offensively, much happier. Like the shot selection, like the ball movement.
Yeah, no surprise here and talk about the boards. Matty, we talk about how they've won only 2 of their last 7. Well, in those 5 losses, they've been out-rebounded in all of them. They've only won the rebounding count 1 game this season. That was against the Taipans, so need to get a job there as Nelson picks up a personal.
It's all right. Nelson could stay aggressive. He's not going to be out there the whole game anyway. He has fouls to burn and give. Takes a seat right there. But yeah, in that quarter, 4 offensive rebounds by the Taipans, and they are getting out-hustled and outworked. Energy and effort. So Brian Goorjian is correct with what he's saying.
Harvey. Reith. Scoring. Both these teams are plenty at the moment. We're on track for 120 apiece. This keeps going. Machado. Pinder. Long range bomb again. Another 3. It's raining threes.
Oh, Bukwal having a very good time. That's 3 triples for him already. And, you know, this is not for a lack of defense. The defense isn't elite, but they are working hard, both these teams. Just better offense and great shooting right now.
Cole, little heat check from him, just to see if he can do it from all spots on the floor. Cairns leading. And again, they put up 102 points in beating the Bullets last start. Most points by any team in the competition this season. And before their slump, the Hawks were the highest scoring team in the competition. Jessup from way outside. Bam! Crowd enjoying every second of it. Machado. And lost it. Hawks ball. Doesn't agree. So he's going to sit down. He's going to save some minutes for later.
This Bukwal catching and shooting. He's ready to fire. Look, feet set, squares up, knocks it down. And I like this decision from Cleveland. Just turns down that look to find his knockdown shooter on the arc.
Jessup works again. Same spot, McCall in his grill this time. And little push off.
Great defense.
Jessup. Tajir McCall, last time Cairns met the Hawks, Cairns were threatening to win until McCall fouled out 5 minutes to go with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists next to his name.
Well, he's so important what he can do, especially at the defensive end, but really both ends of the floor. And the fouls is huge for him because he's second in the league in fouls. And just one foul last week in that win over Brisbane. If he can stay out of foul trouble, he can stay on the floor and have an impact.
He's the greatest of all time.
You got to get it. You got to get a lead. When we're going on ball reversal, guard to guard, they're laying on this. We got to get that 5 flat. All right. Just when we're in movement, they're all over. I dribble it up. You got to be aware of it. They're in the lane. I hit that. And now you back cut handoffs, that action when we're on the move. You got to make a good lead. 5's pressure release. Hey, stay into that shooter. Stay into that shooter. Communicate the switches. Communicate the switches. Here we go.
Bronze medal winning coach with the Boomers, Brian Goorjian. And speaking of Boomers coaches, good to see Rob Beveridge in the house.
Yeah, he's the man stepping into that role. The upcoming World Cup qualifiers, former NBL championship coach, of course. Coach these Hawks to a grand final appearance. Good to see him in the building.
Good crowd in Wynn Entertainment Centre in Illawarra. Enjoying their Saturday night entertainment. A little fadeaway 2 attempt that rattles out from Deng. Push under the bucket.
And another offensive rebound. Illawarra's in perfect position to box out. Zimmerman goes over the back and gets that easily. Now he goes to the line for 2. Those are the things you have to clean up when you're playing good defense.
See if he can land a couple of these, if not one. Matt Russell downstairs.
Adam Ford high in his praise of Bull Kowal, and with good reason. We know he landed 8 threes against Brisbane and more triples here this evening. Interesting to hear the coach say that pre-season he wasn't planning to use Kowal too much. Didn't like all aspects of his game, was thinking there'll be a fair few DNPs, but he's worked hard everywhere, and after that performance the other night, he's fighting for minutes, and that's good from a team perspective when so many players are fighting for more minutes.
And that's exactly what you have to do when you get opportunity. If a coach doesn't believe in you, when you get an opportunity, make him believe. Great work by the young fella.
And what's given him that chance is he's churned up his effort at the defensive end. Here he's got the job on Tyler Harvey. That's how well he's going defensively. We saw him do a job on Bryce Cotton. He was hitting shots in the preseason, but Forty wasn't happy with his D. But the young man has turned that around.
Jessup, step back 3. Awesome. All-time leading 3-point shooter at Boise State, turning it on. And Tajir McCall down the other end can't give the instant reply.
And now with Jessup, he becomes that much more dangerous because he's attacking. Now he's hitting the 3. Now you have your hands full as a defender.
Reith backs his way in, hooks it up. Zimmerman the rebound. McCall feeds it in. Deng. Double team and foul called again.
Yeah, good call. Majuk Deng, just a little hook there. Tyler Harvey was doing his best to hold his position down low. Watch the left elbow of Majuk Deng. Come around there. Booking foul. We're going the other way.
Machado back on the bench for Cairns. Illawarra bring it back down the floor. Jessup behind the back. Jarek back out there on minutes restrictions again. Rathan Mays, never a chance. Big rebound. And Reith fouled before he could put it back up.
Well, that's big. Because Dwight Reith needs to do that more often. Get after those offensive boards. Needs to help out defensively as well. So has 1 double-double in 12 NBL games this season, Dwight Reed.
Has to be better.
Has to. 18th in rebounds per game. And as a result, he hasn't been getting to the free throw line. 6 free throw attempts in his past 11 games. Needs to get more work done around the rim.
And so far, looks like he's well on his way to getting a double-double. 10 points, 6 rebounds. Halfway to go in the second quarter.
Puts both in. Lead stretched to 4. Jarrett, McCall. Couple come at him. He draws a crowd as he always does. Straight onto the bucket. Early up fake. And Zimmerman hammered. But they'll be happy to put him back to the free throw line. He's 1 of 4 from there so far.
What I like about TJ McCall, he absorbed and took that double team on and made the right pass underneath the basket. Dwight Reed now just picked up his 3rd or his 2nd foul.
He did a good job to recover there, Dwight Reed. Zimmerman got him up. That left hand was on Big Zim's shoulder, but the right hand got all kinds of ball.
Well, he's not helping Cairns out right now at that free throw line.
1 of 5 now from the stripe. Oh, double burgers. Hungry Jacks double take. And there's Adam Ford. Not happy. Always looking $1 million. A better dress than Tom Ford. Adam Ford. Strutting the sideline. 39-35. And, well, he's going to have whiplash. He's been shaking his head a lot in the last 7 games. Brian Gorgian, not happy with that call either.
That was a push in the back right in front of the ref.
So they will get a couple of scoring free throws to outstanding as a result of the earlier foul from Illawarra to Zimmerman.
That's the kind of thing Gorge was talking about in that huddle about being outworked. Majuk Deng there just for the rebound. Slides in front of Sam Froling. Gets the call. Cuts it to 2.
Nathan Mace. Sam Froling. Hold. Mirko Jerick being called for that. He's making his presence felt in his return game.
No, hey, no. 2 shots. We got 2 shots. 10 2's on. Let's go. Bonus 2. Let's go.
Jessup to the line.
2.
Jessup's having a really good first half. 3 of 5 from the field. 2 of 2 from downtown. Hasn't missed a free throw. 13 points in 13 minutes.
For those who haven't been watching the NBL all season, Justinian Jessup, NBL next star, already drafted into the NBA. Pick 51 with Golden State. Competition full of big guns again this season. The Hungry Jacks NBL. Zimmerman, see they foul him again. They do, and he doesn't get the 2 to go. He travelled. Okay.
Nicely done by Tim Conrad.
Pulling that chair.
Takes a page out of Casper Ware's book, pulls the chair at the perfect moment.
How good was Casper Ware at pulling the chair? Remember when Melbourne United went and played OKC and he kept pulling the chair on Westbrook?
Westbrook on his behind twice.
They're playing cold as ice that night from the loudspeakers. Harvey takes it in, takes him on, high off the glass. Sam Froling mops it up. McCall. Tinder. Jarrett. Gave it a little bit of thought. Nartai. Shot clock winding down, turned over. Harvey, step back two. Off balance. McCall. Nartai. Kajir McCall fed it up, and Big Zim finally gets one to drop. We'll go to the line for the extra.
Good ball movement and great find. Great find and even better finish, because the last thing you actually wanted him to do is miss that. To go to the free throw line and shoot. You're good. Good job by the big fella, but good find. Way to drop that dime. Call.
I'll tell you, punish that kind of coverage. A little pocket pass there to Big Zim. And able to knock it in through the contact.
Right? But you've got to look to also make like you're going to play. Because they're playing you for the pass, you know what I'm saying? You came off that elm ball, and I even knew you were going to fucking pass it, right? So we're there with those rolls. They're on, okay? And when we roll hard, the help side collapses in, and that's how we get our shots, okay? Hey, 3.5 minutes, and all we do is we keep fouling and sending them to the foul line, okay? Hey, and the one where we switched up and Jesse missed a three, fuck, that's a great shot. Hand up in the face, we played exactly what we wanted. Great job chasing off the line, but then we give up the O ball. Yeah? 3.5 minutes, gents. Come on, rebound. Clear the glass, clear the glass.
Matty Russell courtside.
Coach Brian Goorjian there, much happier with his team's rebounding since quarter time. Not so much the communication, saying they're getting lost on the switch and the pick when it comes to communicating between each other. Now back to Cairns Taipans, and in reference to that rebounding, Keanu Pinder, summons by Adam Ford a few minutes ago. He's been crucial for them. 10 rebounds last time Cairns played Illawarra, 10 rebounds against Brisbane over the weekend, and already with 5 in this one this evening.
So the 2 dropped by Zimmerman. Nice stuff, Matt. Gave him the confidence to put the free throw in as well. He's now 2 of 7 from the stripe. Harvey. Will fade away, look away, and fade away to the right. Drops the 2.
Drop that too. He's going to continue to drop those buckets if you keep staying in that drop defense. He loves the floater, and that's exactly what's open.
Jarrett let it fly. But then Mays. End-to-end stuff at the moment. Mays had to go and retrieve it. Sam Froling. And rejected by Big Zim that time. Got a hand on it. Jarrett. We wanted to give it to Zimmerman, but it caught the foot of Conrad. Still a Cairns ball.
Great one-on-one defense. Froling trying to take it off the dribble. Big Zim met him upstairs.
Needed all 7 foot worth to get a hand on that. 7 foot plus the arm extension. Nartai. Paul Cole. Pinder. And Conrad came at him. Both hit him hard. In the end, it was Harvey called for it.
And this is the other part I'm enjoying about Keanu Pinder. He's just slowed down a little, making good decisions this season. And as a result, his athleticism, his energy, how hard he plays is really showing out there. Didn't force it. Didn't force the high-low to his running mate down low. He said, you know what? I need to go to something different. Takes it into the middle of the paint, draws the foul, goes to the strike.
He's been playing well coming off the bench. It also helps when you have a coach that believes in you and is going to back you. As we know about Coach Adam Ford, he's a player's coach.
Chato still resting, back from that ankle heel issue. But then Mays. Tyler Harvey. McCall wearing him like lycra. Harvey thought about the step back too and travelled. Good D from Cairns again. Obviously the crowd in for Saturday night basketball at Wynn Entertainment Centre in Illawarra. This is the second of 5 straight home games for the Hawks. From way outside, rattled out. Stolen. There he is again, Tajir McCall. Brilliant to watch. Hands it to Zimmerman. Flicks it back out. Cole steps it in. Couldn't finish the hard work. Nathan Mays. Zimmerman forced him to give it away. Gets it back. Backs it back out.
Clearing it out. He's taking this. Easy mismatch.
Takes on Big Zim. Hands it up. And Sam Froling puts the hammer down.
Once he saw the mismatch with Raptor Mays and Zimmerman, he did the right thing, created off the dribble. Defense shifted. Help came. Drops it off to his big fella. He knows what to do with it. Finish strong.
Let's go. Only one, guys. Only one.
Threatening 50+ to half-time, the Hawks. Paul Quall pulls it down the floor. Zimmerman. McCall got some space to use. Zimmerman mops that up and gets a couple. And Gordon still shaking his head. But then Mays. Paul Cole making it tough for him. Behind the back, Sam Froling. In the spin cycle. Zimmerman made him work. And Cleveland hammered.
Here's a reaction from Gorge. Oh my. He is not happy giving up offensive rebounds.
Easy ones like that, right? Because it comes down to effort. And McCall getting another foul.
He's frustrated with his teammate there, Keanu Pinder, because he lost sight of his man in the corner. Back cut. McCall comes across to help.
3 for McCall. Again, last time these two teams met, he fouled out just as they looked like stealing at Cairns. 5 minutes to go with 19.7 rebounds, 6 assists to Jair. And he's having a sit down for the last 46 seconds now.
This is where having Machado back helps so much, though. McCall can sit down, put the ball in Machado's hands. Steadying influence at the 1.
Bring up the half century with 46 seconds left. Here is Scott Machado. Mr. Assists. See if he puts one up himself. He does! From the next postcode. Oh, my.
Second 3 of the half.
2 for 1 there on offer for them, so they'll get it back again, Cairns, to finish the half. So that shot clock, game clock differential. Dan Mays nearly had his pocket picked by Bull Cole. Makes it tough. Sam Froling pokes it in. Last roll of the dice for Cairns. Scott Machado make it a 50-52 halftime scoreline. Cleveland, a little tighter on it. Machado, razzle dazzle, off the glass, magnificent. Welcome back, Scott Machado. How good is it to have you back?
So great to have him back on the court. Cairns Taipans fans are ecstatic that their leader is back, and he's come to play. Limited minutes, but good first half with 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field. Puts the pressure on the defense. Gets into the body of Duop, off the glass to end the half. Let's see Machado out there.
I double-checked. It was in time. 49-52. Matt Russell.
Well, Tyler Harvey, high scoring offensively. You've got Reith and Jessup in double figures. What have you liked about your team scoring?
Yeah, scoring-wise, we don't have a problem. We're struggling on the defensive end right now. Gave up 49 points. That's not going to cut it, so we really have to buckle down on the defensive end.
And how are you going to do that?
You know what? We're about to find out at halftime right now. I'll let you know.
Okay, well done. Thank you, Tyler. 52-49 at halftime. It's a shootout at the sandpit. Will the second half be high scoring? We'll find out after this.
It's on track to be the highest scoring game of the season. Half-time, 52-49 as we look at the Hungry Jacks highlights to half-time. And Corey, there's plenty of them.
It's been a fantastic half, to be honest with you. Both teams out there hungry. The desire is on display. They both want to win. You already know Illawarra do not want to lose another home game because their lives are literally on the line, and Cairns are making it hard for them. They're doing a really good job.
A lot of people pre-season saying that the Illawarra Hawks were a championship contender, including the man next to me, Corey Homicide Williams. You can't win it from outside the top four.
You know what? They have been a bit underwhelming. I'm off the train, but it's not even about me. They got to get this thing back together, and it starts on the defensive end, and another half of basketball left. They're only up 3 points. There's a lot of changes that need to be made on the defensive end. They need to work harder. They need to give more effort and energy and rebound the basketball. That's where they're losing this game right now to me.
So it's about stops, not scoring 120.
They got to get stops, and they got to rebound the ball when they get the stop, and that's the difference. That's why the game is at 3 points as opposed to double figures. They're not rebounding the ball well.
52-49. There's the numbers. What do you make of all of that?
And again, although the rebound count is 16 or 15, they still need to rebound the ball better.
So they're outside the top 4 right now, the Illawarra Hawks. They've been in the top 4 most of the season. They'll be back in the top 4 if they win this one tonight. Liam Santa Maria is in the analysis centre. You're about to break it down for us, Liam. Take it away.
Well, it was a high-scoring first half, wasn't it, Dwayno? But one guy who wasn't on those leading scorers graphic was Tyler Harvey. But we all know he's the danger man for the Taipans. They're doing a pretty good job, but they've lost him a couple of times. They're mixing up who is guarding Tyler Harvey. This one's Tajir McCall. But watch as this play develops. The back cut here from Justinian Jessup feels the pressure, back cut to Jim McCall. You cannot lose Tyler Harvey. The help on this play, it needs to come from someone else. Maybe it'll be Nartai. Maybe it'll be Big Zim, but it can't come from this man to Jim McCall, because when it does, they find Tyler Harvey in the corner, shot fake, attacks the rim, gets to the free throw line. You've got to stay on the danger man. We look at this next play here, and this is their coverage on the pick and roll with Tyler Harvey. So handoff here from Harry Froling. We pause it here and we highlight this man here, Big Zim, is in the drops coverage. This area here is the sweet spot for Tyler Harvey. He gets to his floater. The problem for Big Zim is Harry Froling. Pick and pop, he's a tough shooter, so he's like, how am I supposed to guard this? What you can't do is just keep dropping and allow Tyler Harvey to get to his floater. The other thing that they've done a good job of, though, from time to time is everyone on the floor aware of Tyler Harvey. Here he comes, McCall's chasing, gets the rock, and now as he comes off this pick right here, you see, again, Pinder here is in the drops, but this is more of a mush where he's absorbing the penetration. And keep an eye on Bull Qual. He knows that his man out here, Rathan Mays, is not a threat. So what he does is he stays aware of Tyler Harvey, puts a hand up, causes the turnover, travel is the result. So they've done a good job. They've lost him a couple of times, but he's the danger man in this second half, Tyler Harvey. Cairns need to stay attached.
Yeah, nicely explained, Liam Santa Maria, number 1 NBL journo in the country, former NBL player. Corey, Justinian Jessup, when he's going, he's almost impossible to stop. So he could be the man. He's shown us a couple of things in the first half to give us a bit of a scare as to what he might provide in the second.
Yeah, D-Russ, I've been impressed with how he's gone about his business. He's a lights-out shooter who relies on his 3-ball most of the time. But in this first half, he's been taking it to the basket. He hit 2 threes late in this first half.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that he's just putting the ball on the deck. These are when the shot clock is down, and I'd rather him take those shots in this game and keep his foot on the gas going to the paint.
Talk about the Hawks being back in the top 4 if they win. Cairns stay in touch with the playoff hopes as well if they win this one. 101 points on the board to half-time. Second half coming up next.
High scoring and close in Wollongong. Cairns coach Adam Ford. How does your side apply the defensive clamps to Illawarra?
Stop fouling. We're just playing with our hands. We're not moving our feet. Breakdowns as well. Like at the end of that quarter then, Keanu gets caught back door and Taj gets his third. So, I want to be able to switch out with the bigs a little bit, but we got hands down on shooters. And I want us to be able to contain the drive, but we keep defending with our hands. So we've got to make that adjustment and then hopefully keep them off the foul line and live with the long twos, get the rebounds, run out and go.
Under the minutes restrictions, Scotty Machado has about 2 minutes left. Did he ask for 9 to become 19 at halftime?
I would love to, trust me. No, this is like, we've got to be disciplined with it. But, this is Scotty. He's a fantastic basketball player. And I want to make sure I got him for the whole season. I want to make sure that I manage him appropriately. I don't want to burn him out too soon because it's been a while for him. But, hey, it's been a very effective 6.5 minutes for him. So we'll see what the next 2.5 looks like.
Cairns fans hope it's a big 2 minutes remaining. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Nicely done, Matt Russell downstairs. Thanks to Adam Ford. Yeah, Scott Machado, 9 minutes we were told, as the fade away from Cleveland was awesome.
That's interesting from Ford. I like the fact he didn't blame the refs for all those fouls. 14 first half fouls for the Taipans. Illawarra, the most they'd shot from the free throw line all year was 17 free throw attempts in a game, as Majuk Dang bricks that one. They had 17 in the first half. Outstanding from the Hawks and undisciplined from the Snakes.
But that's what happens when you put pressure on the rim, you put pressure on the defense, they have to foul you. And that's pretty much what they did in this first half. They didn't settle for threes.
Saving Scott Machado now for just the winning shot, maybe.
You only got about two and a half minutes left.
Maybe saving for overtime. 49-54. Reef. Harvey. Reef stepped it in on Zim, who pulls down the rebound nicely. Stephen Eric Zimmerman Jr. This is why we call him Big Zim. It's a little shorter. Called on Tyler Harvey. So another foul picked up by Harvey. He's got 3 now. Jim McCall takes it inside, hands it up to Zimmerman, caught, rejected. Cleveland picked his pocket, wants to go alone, little Euro, coast to coast.
And that is when he is at his best. Gets a stop on defense, pushes the ball in the open court. It's an incredible finish.
Turned another over, here's Cleveland again. He towed the line, didn't get the 2. Would have been the longest of long twos.
Sloppy from Big Zim. Needs clean hands under the basket. And then there, the turnover out of the post-up. And another turnover here from Cairns.
And taken to the hole nicely by Juab Reef. After Tajir McCall played for it a bit.
Not surprised to see Adam Ford call timeout. Momentum going the way of the Hawks. And the Taipans have come out sloppy.
McCall claims he was fouled, got nothing despite putting a little bit of mayo on it.
Just needed clean hands underneath there, Big Zim. Little
easy
fumble.
Finish in transition.
It goes the other way, and then here, there's McCall, thinks he got fouled. And Dwight Brett, the versatility of the big fella. Coast to coast, scores it at the rim.
Matt Russell with some news downstairs.
Just announced by the Sydney Kings, Dwayne, that Ian Clark, a man with 330 games of experience in the NBA, will join the Kings immediately. They play Brisbane tomorrow. It's unclear whether he'll be ready to suit up yet against the Bullets, but an exciting addition, a man of his stature, a shooting guard who played backup to Steph Curry in the championship year for the Golden State Warriors. Also played with Andrew Bogut, currently a part owner of the Kings, so no surprises where the link has come from in terms of that recruitment, perhaps.
There you go. This is big news. We've been waiting to find out what they were going to do with that RJ Hunter spot. Very highly credentialed.
Fantastic pickup. He's in shape. He's coming in cooking.
Well, we were wondering whether they were going to go a guard or a big. There was some suggestion maybe they needed another big body. Bringing in another guy on the perimeter. We'll see how he goes when he steps out there.
Goodness. That backcourt is ridiculous. Liam. He's in shape. He steps on the court. Next to Jalen Adams. That backcourt is ridiculous.
Good signs. 6 teams. Reckon they're in the top 4 the way it's going. Bull Cole, they needed that from Bull. That was a 9-point margin they had. The Hawks, the biggest margin of the game.
And that is his 4th three-pointer made this afternoon. 4 of 9. 44% he's shooting that at 12 points in 17 minutes.
Jessup. A nudge on the way in.
Loving the fact that Jessup continues to attack. He looks so much better when he's just not even he's not even looking to shoot. I love this about him.
Ultra confident, steps up. Second one doesn't go. Zimmerman the rebound. McCall. Calling the shots. Cleveland gets it out of his hands to Nartai. Bull Cole, he's been the guy. Stripped. Justin in. Jessup gets the call as well as to who was off last, and they get the stop, the turnover.
It's tough defense one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
No help required, and I'll tell you the difference right now in the game is first quarter. Cairns had 1 turnover. They've come out and turned the ball over 4 times in their last 6 possessions. They take care of the ball.
Harvey.
Oh, man.
Spider-Man floater on the drift back.
That was crazy.
Just putting up a web. McCall. Well, Zimmerman was waiting. Pocket pick. Sam Froling looks up. Hands it out wide. Not the finish. Sam gets the rebound back to Reith. Still a chance to add to it. Lead back out to 9 again. Biggest margin of the game. Harvey stalking it. Thought about the step back. Takes it inside. Sam Froling puts in the 2. And they are hot right now, the Hawks.
Completely outplaying the Taipans. 11-3 since half-time. Just that Bull Qual triple from the Snakes. Turnovers, giving up offensive rebounds, getting walked over.
McCall draws a crowd. How big does this lead have to get to before they get Machado back out there? Cleveland takes it, gets it back off the glass. Can't give him 2 chances.
Timeout Cairns. And guess what? Machado only has 3.5 minutes left.
Well, Adam Ford, that's his second time out early in this 3rd quarter. And here's that sweet spot we're talking about with Tyler Harvey. He made a tough shot, but look at the drops coverage. He knows he wants to get to his floater. Zimmerman makes him think about it, but he's just so good. When he gets to those spots, he's going to knock it in.
He can make him from anywhere when he's hot. By the way, if you want to play like a pro and you'd like to have a crack as well, well, Bunnings Warehouse are giving you the chance to win your very own court at home. You can enter now at win.nbl.com.au/Bunnings.
I only worked on shooting, which is why that's really all I can do.
I had a basketball hoop and a little trampoline. I used to play back there for hours with my brother and get beat up a lot, but it was a lot of fun in the meantime.
My dad built one, so I had a little bit of like a half court going on, and that made my life the best, so I could never complain as a kid.
That was kind of like our sanctuary, our getaway from everything.
And to have Bunnings on board, Cairns Taipans in a hole at the moment. Need to find some shooters and some stops. Marshall Nelson helped inspire them in the opening half when he got some important minutes. Manjuk Deng He draws a crowd again. And foul called on Tim Conrad. Matt Russell.
Surprises to see Antonio's Cleveland joint leading scorer for Illawarra with 14 points. His wife and 2 kids arrived yesterday. They're off to the Symbio Wildlife Park tomorrow. It's going to be a happy family outing if this performance continues.
What's at the Wildlife Park, Matty? Is it like the crocodile version or the koala version?
Lots and lots of snakes, Dwayno. Lots of snakes.
Well, you've got to meet the snakes if you're going to play for Illawarra.
They're going to beat the snakes today and handle them tomorrow as well.
It's always great when your family comes to visit.
Danger signs now for the Snakes. Might be coming off their best win of the season over the Bullets, but under immense pressure now to stop this from getting beyond control. But Dan Mays. The hot Justinian Jessup to Harvey, to Froling. Pinder caused him to get it out of his hands. Tyler Harvey. Shot clock winding down. Well, he put it up from long range. Step back 3. Got Pinder in the air. Got it there just in time. Froling pulls it back out. Harvey the up fake. Skips it in. And driven to the deck and will go to the line.
Good job by Froling on the O boards. Good defense. Making Harvey take a tough shot. Got to rebound the ball. You don't get the rebound. He gets another opportunity to score, and he just puts too much pressure. He's too good of a player to give him second and third chance opportunities at scoring.
50th NBL game for Tyler Harvey, leading scorer in the NCAA as a walk-on, Corey. Which
I truly love his story. Started off as a walk-on and ended up the leading scorer at the university. Come on, believing in yourself and betting on yourself. He's found a home here in the NBL, signed a 3-year deal. It's very rare imports sign long-term contracts like that. The last import that has a deal like that is Bryce Cotton with Perth. He signed a 3-year deal. Name another import.
Machado.
Who else?
This will be fun.
Cam Oliver was on one, was he?
No, he wasn't.
2.
He ain't here.
You're right, though. You're right. Huge get from the Hawks, too. I love it. Lock him up, keep him around. So talented, but also high-character guy.
Marshall Nelson rims out. Jessup pulls it down. And for those who aren't familiar with the terminology as a walk-on,
he did not have a college scholarship. He had to try out.
He just walked into training and said, I'd like to play.
Coach, give me a shot. I'll come to practice. Showed enough promise and got a spot.
Truly incredible to go from there to the leading scorer in the nation, NCAA Division I. Just continue to work on his game, believe in his talent.
So Jim McCall having a sit down. Great story, the Tyler Harvey story. Jerry steps it in. The circus shot doesn't drop for him. And still a Taipans ball.
1.9. Let's go. White ball.
So Scott Machado's back out there. Margins becoming too big now. Have to get your big gun out there. Try and pull this back again, even though he's on minutes restrictions. Nelson, catch and shoot. Oh, bam!
That's big. 1 second on the shot clock. This young man has no fear. Huge fourth-quarter threes last week in Brisbane. And the Taipans really needed that one.
Can they finish the quarter strong? But Dan Mays from outside the arc. Need the rebound, don't get it. Sam Froling, Jessup. Needed the rebound, didn't get it again. But Conrad rejected this time. Marshall Nelson doing it at both ends. Here's Machado. Put Conrad in the spin cycle. Gave it up. Jerick can't land the bomb. Confidence is lifted, though, from the Taipans. Tyler Harvey with the slice and dice, rejected by Pinder. Get that out of here. Machado had an eternity to retrieve it. Maybe put him off, he wasn't set.
And we missed Pinder down low, the Taipans, after his huge defensive play down the other end.
Dan Mays lost it, got it back. Jessup from the corner, a floater, finds the net.
Jessup is just doing all the right things on the offensive end. 16 points, 4 of 7 from the field.
Machado. Deng. He got Froling in the air initially, got it back, couldn't finish it off, but will go to the line.
What looked like an easy take ends up getting rejected. Great rim protection by Pinder.
So Machado, who we were told by Matt Russell pre-game is only going to be playing 9 minutes. He's on minutes restrictions. Now has 20 seconds left. And he's staying out there. Deng at the line.
It's been quiet tonight, Majuk Deng. Lit back up last game, 26 in Brisbane. And he was quiet against Illawarra in round 9, 10 points, 0 of 8 from three-point territory. And has not hit a field goal tonight. That's 6 points, all from the line.
It's the rest, a couple of low fives. Big 2.5 minutes coming up to three-quarter time. With their Mays, Cleveland. Machado made him work, but he gets the rebound back and stripped this time by Machado. Brilliance from the gun for Cairns.
Real good hands by Machado. Cleveland thought he had. Easy mismatch. Not that time.
To Nelson. Feeds it to Zimmerman. Can he get it in? He can't. 2-on-1 down the other end. Dan Mays, Jessup, corner. Zimmerman stares him down, all 7 foot. Looks him in the eye and worked him to the line. Out of bounds.
He's frustrated. Jessup knows he let an opportunity slip by there. He had the big 7-footer.
That was so 2 points.
His eyes were lighting up. He turns it over.
Zimmerman. Machado gets the screen, danced it in to Pinder, to the corner. Threatening to bring themselves back with some momentum to three-quarter time. Can they get another stop? Harry Froling. Just it in, Jessup. Just outside the arc. Pinder. Rebound. Machado. He's into his 11th minute now. Feeds to Pinder. And fouled by Cleveland.
That's how you want to reward your bigs for running the floor, rebounding. If Cleveland did not go over there and foul him, that was a big dunk about to happen.
Push. Sideline. Stops in.
Taipans have been injury hit all season. Rare for them to have their best 7 all available.
I understand your point. He's saying that it was more one way than the other, but I just think Brod's right.
Bull Kroll. Stop Machado.
On the floor.
Another foul. This time on Cleveland again.
It's his 4th. Really well done by Machado there. Just using his offhand to bring attention to the contact. draw that fourth foul on Cleveland and get to the stripe.
It could be an issue. Cleveland's got 4 for Illawarra. Harvey's got 3 for Illawarra. And Sam Frolling's got 3 for Illawarra.
It's a soft call, but veteran savvy from Machado.
Cleveland's going to have to take a seat. Just when you thought this game was going to get blown out, there's a chance to bring it into single figures.
5 10 fouls. Like 3 2-shots. All right, here we go, guys. 2.
Machado at the line. Normally,
Sub here. Sub.
he can put these in the book. But he's back from a layoff. Gets held up again.
Hey,
almost as if they're icing him.
that's enough. Okay. Scotty. 2 shots. This time I promise. 2.
This time I promise you can put them up. Cool as ever. Getting his heart rate down. Got them both. First 2 free throws in his comeback game. And they are still alive here. 9 points to margin. Played their way back into it to a single-figure deficit. And the Hawks with a little foul issue going on. Radan Mays to the corner. Big rebound from Nelson. Out of bounds.
No, it's out of bounds on Radan Mays. Just got his hand on it while he was out of bounds. He doesn't think he touched
He's out of
it.
court when he touches the ball.
Either way, it's gone to the
When he
Taipans.
slaps
I've been
at the
really
ball,
impressed by the play of
When you slap at the ball,
Marshall
you're
Nelson
out of court.
these last few minutes. He is working hard defensively. Fighting over screens, late contests on three-point attempts. He is right where he needs to be, possession after possession right now.
Again, they've got a 2-for-1 if they want it to finish the quarter. Bull Cole takes it inside, rejected. Machado, oh my goodness, almost from halfway.
That was wet.
Steal, and didn't finish Bull Cole.
Oh man.
That would have been massive. Harry Froling, they've got the last say here. Unless they turn it over, they've still got the last say, the Hawks.
Machado, great rim protection. Zimmerman does the right thing. Get it to Machado. He knocks down his 3rd 3 of the night.
Seconds start ticking. Can Cairns get the stop here?
Good foul. Foul to give.
What looked like it was going to be a blowout.
Scott Machado comes on and steadies the ship. He's ticked over to 11 minutes right now, and Adam Ford's thinking, unless someone tells me
I'm not taking
he's
him.
hit the
He's
target.
not right there. There it is.
Oh my goodness. How would you feel if you're 40? That man has helped you get back in the game. Quarter to play.
Duo brief on the fadeaway. That'll be too late. It drops, but I think it's been waved off. Too late.
Replay center, please check whether it was.
Replay center's going to check it. I'll have a look, but as it stands right now, 69 to 63. And off the back of Macho Machado, the Cairns Taipans have played their way back into it.
Jeez, it was a borderline call there with Tim Conrad. The Taipans thought the quarter was over, but Conrad stayed with the play.
No basket. It did not count. Couldn't get it away in time. Stick around. Big quarter to come. 69-63. And Lifesavers has launched a new range of fruit tingle chocolate balls and chocolate block. Available now in supermarkets. It was part of our staple diet when we were kids. I think the ad was fruit tingle-ling-a-lingles are a lot of fun. It was the old ad. We were enjoying them. Great to see the kids enjoying them in Illawarra at the Wynn Entertainment Centre. Zimmerman fouled by Froling. He's been a little iffy at the free throw line. Stephen Zimmerman with 2 of 7 from there. Scott Machado's the interesting story as we head back to Matt Russell.
Dwayne, Adam Ford is finding the minute restrictions clock a little more coach-friendly at Cairns than he did at Sydney, because today he said Scotty Machado, first game back, limited to 9 minutes. We know he's played 11 minutes, and at three-quarter time just then I inquired, they've given him 3 more minutes, so he will return in this fourth quarter at some stage, I'm told, for up to 3 more minutes.
Isn't that interesting? Just so happens is their team leading scorer with 13, and they've outscored the Hawks by 10 during his 11 minutes on the floor.
Valuable player, finds everybody. Floor general, he can get off as well individually. Tough call right now.
Sure, there's a scientific reason as to why he's been suddenly given an extra 3.
Yeah, it's called we're still in this ball game.
Saturday night hoops. Great to have your company. And this one has lived up to the expectation. 2 teams trying to stay in touch with the comp leaders as Tyler Harvey behind the back. Can't finish. Tajir McCall. And Keanu Binga just ran straight through Antonius Cleveland. Your top 5 rebounds, Froling, Pinder, Reith, and Zimmerman. Adam Ford stalking the sideline.
It was a much better defensive effort from Cairns in that third quarter, restricted Illawarra to just 17, and the Hawks went a little cold from 3, 0 of 8 from long range in that third term.
Single figure shot clock. Harvey lost it. Shot clock winding down to 2, 1, steps it in, got it away, no. Foul with point something left.
Sloppy play, but made something out of nothing at the end of it.
Once again, McKinnon's get the foul. 4-1 is doing a great job. Make sure you get tickets Friday night, 7:30. Back-to-back.
That hurts.
Sunday.
Reith to the line. Reith up to 14. Cleveland has 14. Justinian Jessup, the leading scorer on the court so far, with 16. Missed the second. Cairns have dodged a couple of bullets to be back in this one. Marshall Nelson, who's been superb.
Oh, good pass.
Missed it. Couldn't catch the check. Nelson wrote it for him. Cleveland, Harvey danced in. There's that floater. Missed it. Straight back down the floor and jammed. They are well and truly alive in this. And Keanu Pinder has been magnificent.
Way to redeem yourself, Pinder. Good over-the-head pass by Cairns to find him in transition. Easy dunk, 4-point game. Offensive foul. Wow. Good defense by Cairns.
Harvey's got 4.
Really good defense. This is what we highlighted at halftime. Everybody needs to help out on Harvey. Pinder, McCall ready to help Bull Qual. And again, closing in. McCall steps across. They get the stop. Easy bucket in transition.
So Harvey's got 4. Cleveland's got 4. Froling's got 4. All for the Hawks.
This is a danger period right now. plenty of time left in this game. And the momentum right now is in Cairns' favor. We'd stop Machado to play 3 more minutes.
Pinder. Oh, he lost it. He spent that before it earned it. He still gets it back here. Matt Russell.
Admitted this week that at the moment, right now, basketball ain't that much fun for the Hawks. They're under pressure. They're on a slide. On Monday night, they lost by a point. The coach labelled it excruciating. And I wonder how much baggage they're carrying right now.
Marshall Nelson from outside. Reef. Yeah, what is going through their minds, Matty, is spot on. Lost 5 of their last 7 games, including their last 2. Dropped out of the top 4. There's teams outside the top 4 that believe they can get there, as Cleveland gives them a much valuable addition.
Just can't give up those straight line drives. Force guys to step up and help along the baseline. Easy bucket underneath. And just a nerve-settling bucket there. You see Justinian Jessup checking the scoreboard. They know, boy oh boy, 5 of their last 7, they've gone down. Gorgon desperate for a victory here in front of their home fans.
There it is, explained for you at home. No foul. Deng. Danced in, floats it off the glass.
Beautiful shot fake. Reap goes for it. Deng banks it off the glass.
Holding.
Oh, floater. Oh, something. Oh, no, Pinder. Okay. So Keanu Pinder has 4 now.
It's not on sports wide. Okay.
Those are, you're playing too good to do that. It could have been on sports. Great pass. Xavier Rathan-Mays is going to have to continue to make all the plays happen down the stretch of this game.
I like the way he's going about it today. 5 assists. He has a donut, but he's more focused on setting up his teammates today, and I'm here for it.
Natai hasn't put one up for a while. Doesn't put one up here. Pinder backs in on Rathan-Mays. Again, can't finish. And it's an Illawarra ball.
Just his ability to create off the dribble, put pressure on defense, and look for his teammates. Like you said, Liam, he has a donut. Putting pressure on the defense like that, you're still able to make plays happen.
Tyler Harvey. Rathan-Mays back out. Reef under the bucket, tough bucket, and good enough.
So again, Rathan-Mays creating something. Defense shifts. Find Reef, who's playing well.
Oh. So Justinian Jessup starting to rack up a couple now.
Feels like Scott Machado time. There's a feeling, no doubt, for Adam Ford. You know what? I want to keep him for the final 3 minutes and use his clutch gene down the stretch. But at 8 right here, starting to get a little out of hand.
Zimmerman flat with the hook. Never looked likely. Rathan-Mays. Or into the foot.
Reset, 40. Reset, please.
He's had his way, so you know he's in the groove. As you can see, that man right there is getting warm.
Just sneaking a look at the clock. Tyler Harvey. Back out. Rathan-Mays. Single figure shot clock. Dances inside. Wonderful.
You just keep giving him the ball on offense. Put the ball through everyone's hands, and when it's time to break a player down after the defense shifts, make sure he has the ball making the play. He's doing all the right things in this quarter so far.
Margin back to 10. Zimmerman. Can he finish one? No. Step back, Rathan-Mays. Rebound pulled down by Cairns. Back to Tajir McCall. See if he puts one up. Gets some space. The ball qual. Opposite corner. Nartai. Back out. McCall. Can't finish under the bucket again. Deng and Zimmerman have trouble. Paul Cole has trouble.
Oh man, they've missed some bunnies. Deng, Zimmerman, you're right. Keanu Pinder prior to that, they've had some good looks around the rim.
4.5 minutes. Might be Scott Machado time if this lands. It doesn't. They get the rebound. Tajir McCall. Barking the instructions. Feeds it. Deng. Zimmerman to the corner. Ball call. Rebound there and a little push under the bucket. Majuk Deng edged out. And here he comes.
Oh
if in trouble, break glass.
Shades of Willis Reed. As he runs along the sideline with enthusiasm.
(78-68), 10-point game, 4 minutes left. So it comes down to this.
Well, it's a big deficit. It's a big job you're asking from Scott Machado. I like Adam Ford's just going to eke out an extra minute here. You know, I like it. And they need to get some buckets. They've been getting stops. The Hawks have had a difficult time scoring really since half-time. They've only put 9 points on the board here, but on the flip side, the Taipans have only put 5 on in this fourth quarter. Missing easy shots around the rim. 37% from the field now, the Taipans. Just letting opportunities slip them by.
Ten-point game. Comes down to the wire. Great to have Latrobe Financial on board again. If you think you can shoot a full court shot at an NBL game, you can head to the NBL website, head to the win page to enter for your chance to shoot for $100,000 in the Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. And if you miss your first shot, you get a second go from half court for $50,000. And Scott Machado's put up a couple from just about half court and landed them in this one. Pull the margin back to double figures again. Single figures again, I should say. 9 points.
4 minutes to go.
Back to 8. Full court pressure. Turnover. Scott Machado.
Wow, just bit a bullet.
Cleveland dancing again. Went for it. Nartai. Call. Feeds it back out. This will be huge. Doesn't drop. Scramble. Cleveland's got it under it.
Good hustle from Cleveland, but he did slide out of bounds. And geez, Majuk Deng had a good look there. There you see the SoStream shot chart. Looks like Christmas. Love the colour scheme. And look at the Taipans under the basket. All those red crosses around the rim. Down the other end, the Hawks way more efficient inside the painted area, and that's really been the difference. The Snakes, this would be all tied up, or maybe even in the lead had they finished a little better from around the rim and from the free throw line.
Still got possession. Scott Machado to the corner. Nartai up flank. Floater on the run. Tough shot. Gets his own ball back. Or does he? Lost it. Tyler Harvey takes his time. Seconds off the clock. Important as well here. Milk it down to 3 minutes. Waits. Considers it. Down to 4, 3. Madame Mays, 2 left. Bam! How big was that?
Huge fourth quarter he's having. Finding people, creating for others. The clock going down. It's his first basket.
Machado's turned that.
Second basket of the night.
Tagier with the Euro draws the foul, and that is on Jewel Reith.
Let's line up, guys. We've got 2 here. Line up.
Cairns can't buy a basket.
Thanks, Black.
Just dried up on the offensive end.
They had 49 on the board at half-time, Cairns.
Soft whistle. A little bit of charity there for the Snakes. And they forced their turnover a couple of possessions ago off the free throw. They'll be applying similar pressure off this make.
Tagier McCall makes the most of his luck. And they force another turnover. And it took too long.
You're getting the opportunities. Whenever they apply pressure full court, Illawarra
That's a rule.
not able to handle it well.
Can they finish one here? Bull Coyle. Scott Machado. Conrad. He sees him. He takes him on. He lost it. 2.5 minutes. 8-point game. Nathan Mays has been the difference maker. Being worn by McCall. Gets away. Off the glass. He has stepped it up a gear.
Just a really good fourth quarter. He hasn't done anything wrong. All the right things that needed to happen, he's made happen.
And this is the kind of lineup Gorge wants to be able to finish games with. One big, 4 guys around the perimeter who can all put it on the deck, make plays. Conrad, a bit more of a floor spacer. But then you put the ball in the hands of Xavier Mays, and he can help close it out, working to perfection here for the Hawks in this fourth quarter.
Machado's extra 3 minutes are up, but this game's still alive. 2 minutes left. You'll know the game's done when Machado comes off. While he's out there, there's belief they can steal this. McCall gets the first. Can he get the rebound off the second? He can't. Conrad, nearly pocket-picked. Cleveland. There, Mace. Ticks the seconds down behind the back. Steps back, steps in.
Oh, my. Crafty as they come. So many tricks up his sleeves. He just knows how to handle that ball. Mismatch, can get to the rack, can shoot. Great pickup by Illawarra. It's working out in this fourth quarter.
Coach's challenge here from Adam Ford. I like it too. Watch on the replay. McCall straight up, stays in his cylinder right there under the basket. We'll get another look at it. We'll get several as they throw it to the replay center, but it did look like Tagier McCall just jumped straight up and down and then caught the whistle.
So it's the end for Tagier McCall if this foul stays.
Not straight up and down, as it turns out. He takes off from outside the charge circle and lands well within.
Probably heard that at home. We're about to get it explained in full. Here we go.
Coach's challenge is unsuccessful. Foul stands on white 22. We'll have 2 shots. The coach, Cairns will lose their timeout and their coach's challenge.
Makes it tough now. Overturn. Tagier McCall talked about quite a bit. When he's out there, a completely different outfit to when he's not.
He's jumping forward into the pass.
Let's go. Good shot. Two.
In fact, they'd already had it on his name, so he's up to 4 now. So he does get to stay out. 4th, not 5th. 82-73. Machado stays out there as well. Dan Mays at the line. Five NBA games for the Memphis Grizzlies. Xavier Athan Mays, Canadian, went to Florida State University. And he's found another gear in this second half. So Scott Machado goes into his 14th minute. Hands it up. Deng banks it in to breathe life back into it.
We got lucky there. Majuk Deng keeps things interesting.
90 seconds left. Jessup, fade away two. Nerve settler. Machado, got to put it up here. Time is of the essence. Hands it back out. Nartai had to let it fire. Rattles out. Cleveland the rebound. And he's hammered. And it's still a Taipans ball. 1 minute left. They are fighting this all the way to the last second.
Hands by to Jim McCall. Knocking it off his foot.
Oh, and it drops.
Oh, man. Machado hits his 4th three of the night. 16 points. 2-possession game.
Pressure up the floor. Jessup gives it away. That's on Scott Machado.
Jeez, they got what they wanted in the backcourt too. Trap almost in the corner, and then the pass cross court. Machado not quite early enough to get on the attack and pick that off. And as they foul, they send the Hawks to the free throw line.
Antonius Cleveland. Ryan Gorgon stalking the sideline. Are they getting a little nervous here, the Hawks? Second one misses as well. Tajir McCall. Hands it over. Rebound, Machado from the tip. Still alive. Deng. Oh! Magic McCall!
Great take. That is how you go to the paint and finish.
Great decision too. Geez, it was a scramble. They were all thinking three. He said, nah, I'm on the rim. Puts Sam Froling in the bucket and cuts this thing to 4.
That full court press has been giving Illawarra problems every time. Cairns go to it.
Can they get it up the floor here with Dan Mays? Takes some seconds, trying to feed it. McCall, will he go alone here? Hands it out to Machado, gets it back. Rebound's huge. Who gets it? Hawks, Jessup, Harvey, down to 26. Pressure on him, he loses it. But Dan Mays danced it in. Can he finish it all off? He's found a gear that no one else has had. 87-81.
Huge bucket from Rattan Mays. We catch our breath. Tajir McCall had the lane. He had the lane here. They get the turnover. Right here could have split the gap and gone on the rim. Machado wide open. They ended up with a really good look.
Revere in the out of bounds here. Been a great game. The first of our double header tonight. Melbourne United and the Perth Wildcats next in a grand final rematch. That's what's to come. Just checking the out of bounds here. 87-81. Boy, the Hawks got a scare. Scott Machado, who we're told we're only going to be able to play 9 minutes, then got a 3-minute extension to give us 12 minutes, has now squeezed out 15 and a half.
Jeez, they've really kept the door open. This fourth quarter, the Hawks with these turnovers. And the Taipans, they've had pressure. Their pressure's been excellent. Their endeavour has been there all night long. They just haven't had the ability to finish and make those shots when they really needed them. Some late ones, Deng off the board, Machado deep, they were helpful, but around the rim, their lowest shooting percentage on the season, the Taipans, coming into the game was 37% in any game. They're below that at 36 tonight, and they'll rue those misses right at the bucket.
Spot on, had an enormous amount of opportunities. Coming off a game where they put 102 points on the board. Fans are loving it. Again, this is the second of 5 straight home games in Illawarra for the Hawks. So a 3, a turnover and a 3, and we're into overtime. That's probably what Cairns Taipans fans are hoping for here with 9.8 left. They've got possession. They won the out-of-bounds call. Fans are rejoicing.
10.2.
Not quite in the bank yet. Making sure they get the clock right.
Out of bounds has been reviewed. Take a turn. White ball.
So it is a Taipans ball. So again, they need a 3, a stop, and a 3.
Front court.
No fouls. Yeah, the last thing they need is a 3-point shooter foul. Machado, little up fake. McCall. Jessup the rebound, and this one is in the book. So they've got to scare the Hawks, but they're back into the top 4. 87-81.
Much needed win for Illawarra. Relief for Brian Gorgon. Desperately looking to steady their ship after losing a bunch of games in recent times. They'd slipped to 6. They ducked back into the top 4 on the back of that much-needed home win. And there's our Foot Locker player of the game. Dwop Reed put the heat on him earlier. So he needs to get on the glass. Second double-double of the season, 18 and 11. He was there for the Hawks all night long.
Wynn Entertainment Centre is a rockin' in Illawarra. Happy to see their team get up in the end. Stick around to celebrate it with them. Huge sigh of relief breathed by Brian Gorgon and his men. 6 points the margin, 87-81 in game 1 of our Saturday night double.